Whoa, what's happening with the party people, man? I done made the transition to YouTube. I done elevated on everybody. So I still might use my anchor from time to time. However, YouTube is free, easy to manage. That's what we do. So without further ado, Juice's thoughts. Alright, so I ain't made a video podcast about a week. And so I was sitting here, I'm like, my pops texted me while I was at work. He was like, where the podcast at? You ain't dropped nothing in a couple days to a week, man. What's going on with you? So this episode is something that I've been like paying attention to. I listen to a lot of Rastafarians late. Just like the energy they bring is positive. So I'm like, okay, let me try to get into this. Let me see what they talking about. So one thing that they had come up was, can somebody control your mind? I'm like, ooh, I kind of like that one. Scribble that into my notes. So I feel like people control your mind without even realizing that they're controlling it. Like the thing, I can say something to you that you're going to think is so minor, but it's going to hit you later and it's going to bother you the whole time. And you feel me? Not making a podcast video or anything was pretty dope. It allowed me to just have a clear mindset, clear headspace. It's not forcing content. Like, it just happens naturally. Like, okay, I feel like doing this today. I'm going to just drop it today. Like, bump it. So people just control your mind by the actions they make. The actions make your reaction happen. So, for instance, it's like a question being asked. Do you blame the flower for how it grew because of itself or the soil that it's in? You got to blame the soil, because if you don't have anything of context or power to the soil, then it's not going to be worth nothing, and then the plant is going to grow up to be nothing. So it's just small stuff like that. And I feel like we don't give our raising and soil enough credit. Like, it can really destroy your whole mindset. Like, I got friends at the crib that don't want to leave, but I'm telling them, hey, you got to leave, because I know how hard it is to leave. And like, I went 13 hours away from the crib with no help. Like, not no help. Like, obviously I got to school, but like, just no help. It's just me at my own devices, making my own decisions and memories. So if the soil, which is my family, the city of Durham, like the people I be around, without them, it wouldn't have allowed me to feel even confident enough to jump off the porch and go do that. If you don't have nobody supporting you, it takes a little longer, because doing it by yourself is way more difficult. So, that's why I feel like people can control your decisions. I can tell you all the time that, hey, you ain't gonna be shit, you ain't gonna never be shit, you ain't gonna never leave the city of Durham. After a while, the first time you can be like, nah, I'm gonna do it. The second time, it's like, all right, it's getting a little hard. And then the more you continuously try to do it over and over again, you feel me, it starts to eat at you. Because you're like, damn, man, maybe they right. I ain't found no way out yet. If you continuously give me something, I have the option to deny it just by the words. I could be like, nah, I don't want to be that. However, in your unconscious, you taking everything that you hearing. You like, okay, they said I ain't shit. All right, well, I feel like I'm the shit, so I'm gonna be cool. But like, if you keep getting told over and over and over again you ain't shit, eventually you gonna believe it. So it's like a thought process like that. Granted, I feel like you're the master of your own fate, the captain of your soul, and it's not easy to accept that either, because when things go wrong, you have to be willing to accept the fact that things are going wrong and it has something to do with you, not the fact that it's an outside force. It's just like a test. Like, the principle of alchemy is like on some give to get. So if I give my energy to this, I'm going to get something back, even though it may not always be positive, if that makes sense. And so with our actions and mindsets, we kind of get lost in the sauce with it because we like, okay, I'm gonna control everything around me. We get like a God complex, and I got one too. It's bad. It's not as bad, but it is bad. And so we have to understand that we can't control everything because some things are literally out of our control. If I can control everything, there would be no reason for God to talk to me. He would just allow me to do everything and be like, all right, you got it. I ain't got to do nothing else no more. You got all the answers. But it's very apparent that I don't. You feel me? So I'm rambling. To tie this all together though, watch what you say to people because the words that you say have power, and words with power come with actions behind it. If I like I said earlier, if I tell somebody they ain't shit every day, they're gonna feel to the point they know they ain't shit. You know, I've seen people be bullied. I've been the person bullied before. It's really hard to kind of block the noise out. Like, it's drastically hard. You have to have a strong mindset to even be like, nah, I'm not that. It's like you deflecting the word, but you gotta continuously deflect it every day. Like, it's not no one day I'm gonna just be like, oh, nope, I'm good. Nah, you gotta do that every day. And like, I feel like we unconsciously control people's minds because everybody's manipulative. Don't get me wrong. No matter what people say, everybody is some shape or form manipulative to somebody. I can tell you how I'm gonna do it, but you gotta stop me, type deal. Like, and then you have to be accountable for what you do as well. You can't just be like, it's everybody else's fault but mine. You played a role in something. Like, what you gave out, somebody gave back, you know? And I just feel like people aren't very honest with themselves. Like, one of the things the Rastafarians said was self-acceptance is like the biggest thing. And a lot of people don't accept themselves, which is why you can be controlled. And it's not literally like a puppet with strings, but you feel me? It's controlling. I'm making you do something now. Like, if you read the 48 Laws of Power, it's kind of self-explanatory. I can manipulate you into doing something, so now I control your mind, and you're going to do what I say. You know, but if you are accepting of yourself and accountable for yourself, you can be like, okay, I know I have the power to do this, so I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm going to pick a different route. And I feel like that's imperative, you know. However, I just wanted to go on this little rant because it came to my mind, and like somebody told me I need to start writing poems more and actually like going in depth and like actually using my creative juices. So it may not be like every week now. It might be like every 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month. You know, just to kind of document my growth and my thoughts as I go. Because you ain't gonna never hear me really talk about this in public because I have too many thoughts in my head on a daily, and then me and you may not correlate with the energy, and we just don't fit. Like, we just gonna crash and burn. So, you know, however, hit me up on Instagram. I'm gonna drop my Instagram at the bottom, Twitter at the bottom, Snapchat, whatever. Hit me up, give me content ideas. I might even get on the phone and let you just talk, and we just be venting and talking because this is literally how it pops up. A thought sparks my brain, and then we just talking about this now. So, feel me? We done made it to YouTube. Hopefully, it goes well. We gonna figure it out as we go. Peace.